Certainly not. For sin shall have dominion over you. For you are not under law, but under grace. Romans 6, verse 14. The Sabbath doesn't apply to Christians. Steve told me as he thumbed his way through the Bible and finally landed in the book of Romans. Because we are specifically told that we are not under the law, but under grace. When I asked a few questions, it became apparent that Steve did not think that all of the moral law had become irrelevant. He still believed that murder, theft, adultery, and taking God's name in vain were still wrong. It's interesting, I told him, that it doesn't just say the Sabbath is no longer applicable. It mentions the whole law. What should we make of that statement? That we no longer live under the law? It is really pretty simple. A while ago, my wife and I were in a hurry to drive down from the mountains on our way to Utah, and in my impatience with a slow driver in front of me, got into trouble. I sped up to pass her the moment an opportunity presented itself. What I did not count on was the state trooper on the side of the road, who pulled me over. I don't have a problem with you passing another driver, he told me. I have a problem with you doing 70 in a 45 zone. He took my paperwork back to his car, and I knew I was done for. There was little doubt I was going to face a stiff penalty for having violated the law. When he came back, however, I was pleasantly surprised. It doesn't look like you have any other infractions or warrants, so I'm going to let you go with a warning. I was, needless to say, delighted. I had been under the penalty of the law, forced to face the consequences of breaking it, but I had just received grace in the form of a pardon I did not deserve. I did not receive a permanent exemption from keeping the law, however. That is precisely what Paul is describing in Romans 6:14. As his next words make it abundantly clear. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law but under grace? Certainly not. Christians are immensely grateful that Christ has secured a pardon for us. Our love and appreciation for Jesus makes us want to live within his moral boundaries.